Hello, everyone. Today I'm looking at Gravity Rush. I love this game. This is one of the Sony IPs that I'm absolutely, I love it so much. It's absolutely to die for. What do I like about it? It has this really great, first of all, the music is amazing. Really sets the tone for this big kind of epic adventure and this kind of fun, lighthearted, mood and everything. And the main character, Kat, just has a very distinct personality, outfit, moveset, everything. I think she'd be like a great addition to something like Smash or something. This game originally came out on exclusively on PSP, and it was eventually ported to a bunch of other systems. But I love Kat. She has a can-do, upbeat attitude. The world that she inhabits is this weird, cool, floating, post-industrial kind of universe that is floating kind of off the ground. And, in the levels, it's very simple, too. Like, the world itself, you can explore, and each section has its own kind of theme, very kind of, jazzy or whatever. She has a basic combo for combat systems, which is a bunch of kicks and punches. But the main mechanic that you're going to be used is pressing, I think, R1 and aiming it to sync and unsync gravity. So you basically do this thing where you basically point a direction and gravity starts going that way. And that's how you kind of fly around the map and move around the map. And overall, it's just, really well done. And so, of course, in the game where you can basically fly anywhere, there are a lot of collectibles to find and attain. Most of them are these purple kind of diamonds and stuff. Again, everything just has its own theme. Like, they use this fake made-up language with its own font, which is usually very rare. The music really sets the tone for each environment. And each kind of island city has its own kind of vibe and feel to it. And so throughout the story, you have to help certain characters basically, with their problems, or also in general, just figuring out, the basic story and, taking down, the bad guys. So yeah, this game has a very unique mechanic, and honestly, it's just a lot of fun. Some other mechanics you pick up along the way are being able to gravity slide, so you're able to essentially slide along the ground and have an increased speed. Most combat is done by either kicking the enemies, or they'll usually have, if they're much bigger, they'll have a weak spot that you have to basically float around, get behind them, and basically attack them using a kind of gravity kick or something. Honestly, it is so much fun just to kind of use the momentum of your flying and see where you land and how you basically affect the environment, and how you in general can get manipulated in the space that you're in. And so these weird creatures start invading, called the Nevi, and so you have to figure out where they're coming from, what are they doing, why are they here, etc. And so you have kind of the main island. You have another island that's kind of like, the underworld kind of crime-ridden one. You have another one that's kind of like a military base. And you have another one that's kind of like the big city with skyscrapers. And so basically you can just fly from island to island. And that's pretty much all the game is. There also is a kind of a rival / doppelganger girl who appears called Raven. And so she becomes one of the characters of the game. And yeah, it's really interesting to see what they do with this game, because it's just so interesting and so much fun to kind of just manipulate gravity and have your character fly around. It's a very unique feeling, and I'm just really glad that it exists, because it's something I actually have thought about myself, but this game does it perfectly. There are also other abilities where you can pick up objects and throw them at enemies, and each one of these is also fully upgradable. The other thing about Kat, too, is that she also has a cat that follows her around. And so essentially, because she is technically homeless, one of the aspects to her character is that she lives in like the sewers beneath the city for free. There's just like crazy things about this character that's just generally kind of silly without being outrageous. But yeah, this game has the basic, concepts of a kind of an open world. There are a series of other levels you go to, obviously, but it has combat, exploration, I guess technically platforming, but really manipulating your gravity around the environment to get where you need to go. And yeah, it's just overall very well made and definitely one of PlayStation's better IPs. Also, a lot of the story is told through this comic book style, which is kind of unique. And again, a lot of this game is just very unique and very different. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, there's not much else to say about it. It's an amazing game. It is a ton of fun, and I really, really enjoy playing it. The characters, the music, the story, the setting, the enemies, everything. It was just really, really fun and cool. But yeah, anyway, I highly recommend this, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.